guys, my name's Alex. I make makeup videos here on YouTube, videos about pregnancy, fashion, maybe a bit of hair in there as well, as you'll be seeing shortly. Yeah, so anyway, that's just a little teaser. Our video today is a full look of Revolution makeup and a full review of it as well, because I've never really used Revolution makeup before, apart from like one thing here and there. Spoiler alert, it came out really nice. I hope you agree. I hope you're not like, oh, that really doesn't look great, Alex. I'm really happy with it, and let's just get into it, okay? If you enjoy this kind of content, please like, it helps me out massively, and please remember to subscribe. Come and join the fam. Okay, keep on watching, bye. Okay, I think we should start with the eyes, because I don't know if there's gonna be any fallout in these palettes, so I'm thinking better be safe than sorry. We'll just do the eyes first, and then I can go on to do the face after. So I've got lots and lots of products here to use. So I have both of the new palettes, so the new Neutrals palette and then the new Neutral Blush palette. I'll quickly just show them both to you, but I do have a full video about this haul and unboxing and everything, so I'll link that for you guys. This is the new Neutrals palette, and you may not be aware, but they are created to impersonate the Huda Beauty palettes. And then here is the blushed Neutrals palette. So I'll show you them side by side. So the Neutrals palette is on top and the blush palette is on the bottom. They are stunning, aren't they? They look beautiful. I mean, if they perform anywhere near as good as they look, then I'm in for a treat. Oh, I don't know what to do. I feel like the blush palette is much more out there. So there's more to kind of do with it. I've never had any shadows like these before. I'm really attracted to the blush palette, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna prime my base first, so I'm gonna be using the Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in C6. Just gonna pop this all over the lid. I know there is a conceal kind of cream product in the first palette, but I'm just gonna go ahead with concealer. I just wanna give this the best chance possible. I will test out that other one at another time. Guys, is there anything better than new makeup? I know that sounds so stupid to some people, but it literally just makes me so happy. I think there's worse things to be addicted to, or whatever you want to call it. I also have this amazing eye glisten product. Obviously I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know how good it is. I'm going to try and incorporate it. It'll probably be this shimmer side rather than the glitter side. But let's just start. I'm excited. I think I might just go in with... No, right. Oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Bloom, and the colour that I really, really want to use is Roasted. Doesn't it look amazing? Also, there's a shade in here called Corona, which is very unfortunate. I don't know when this palette was made. So I'm just gonna take a blending brush from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna go in with Bloom and just try and blend it all over my lid. So when I tap on the product, so I've literally just gone like this. Hopefully you can see that. Quite a lot of product has come out. I don't mind that, so long as I'm not going to have fallout all over my face. So long as like I can just tap the brush off and then it's all kind of fixed. I just want to use this in the crease. More like a transition shade. I'm hoping it's not too pink. It looks quite peachy in the palette. I am tapping off a lot of the product though. That looks perfect. It looks like a great transition shade. On a Sigma fluffy brush, I'm going to take the Prime shade, which is just a skin colour. Well, skin colour for me, I suppose. Not for everyone. And I'm just going to use this to blend over the top, up to my eyebrows, just to make sure there's like a seamless blend up here. Oh my god, I'm so excited to go in with this Roasted shade. Oh, what brush should I use? I kind of want to pack it on, but I also want to blend it out. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go in with a trusty Sigma blending brush. I'm going to go into Roasted now, which is this orangey burnt shade. It looks amazing. I have really high hopes for this shade. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. Again, it looks like if you went a bit ham on it, it would have loads of fallout. Oh my god, look how much pigment is on the brush. Wow. I'm just going to start by patting it because I'm scared that it's just going to go everywhere. This is my previous blending brush. I'm just going to try and blend the edges again. That is so vibrant. I don't know why, I was just so attracted to it. I feel like, especially with blue eyes, once the eye look is finished, I think it's really going to pop. Let's try the eye glisten. I got mine in the shade... I actually don't think it says. It might have said on the plastic wrap that was on top. Anyway, mine's like a champagne gold colour. Probably the most popular one, I would have thought. So they're on little doe foots. And I'm just going to try and pop this kind of in the centre where I don't have any shadow yet. So this again seems to me to be a copy of the Huda Beauty product that is very, very similar. I know it kind of looks stupid because I basically have two squares on my eyes, but I'm obviously going to blend again. I was going to top this with one of the colours in here. I think I still will. I'm going to top it with Posset. I actually feel like you could do 10 different eye looks with this palette. Honestly, it looks so versatile. At the moment, the quality is amazing. I know I should probably use this glitter. I'm just not feeling it. It looks, I mean, when you swatch it, it's literally a packed glitter. That looks incredible. I would have thought you'd want to put it on a wet surface. Even when I try and wipe it off my finger, it doesn't want to leave. So on a shader brush, I'm going to take the Posset colour, which is like a shimmery peach. And I'm going to pack it on top. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I think it's just going to change the tone slightly, because it's quite similar to this liquid eyeshadow. Yeah, it's keeping it very, very similar. That's fine though, I'm happy with that. I feel like I made a mistake and I probably should have put it on while the product was still wet, because yeah, it's actually not sitting on it properly. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. I'm going to go back in with the roasted colour and just try to blend the edges here. Do you guys see this? I've just blended over it and it's basically just disappeared. I'm very confused. I'm guessing I should have left it alone. So I definitely made some kind of error there. I started trying to blend the edges and it just kind of disappeared. Oh dear. So now I'm trying to think what I should do, whether I should just try and recreate that again. I think I'm going to do it again, and then while it's wet, I'm probably going to pop that glitter on top of this one. Let's see, maybe I need to do one at a time so that it stays really wet. It's difficult because I don't want it to, I want the shape to be nice, you know? And I feel like you can't really achieve that without being able to blend on top of it. Right, I'm going to take some of the luster shade on a little brush. Okay, it's probably better with my finger. So this is the glitter in the palette. It's like a red glitter. And I'm just kind of packing it on to the liquid. Ooh, wow. Kind of everywhere that's wet so that it has glitter all over it. And I'm going to leave it like that. I'll sort it out in a second. I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. I don't tend to wear or work with glitters at all, to be honest. I guess I don't wear that kind of makeup very often and they just seem like a lot of hard work. Right, I'm going to try and blend a little bit on the edges. I don't really want this glitter to go everywhere if I can help it. I'm not mad about it. I knew I shouldn't have done glitter. Now it's all stuck to me. I'm gonna have to get some tape or something and just like take it off like that. I'm definitely glad I did the eyes first, otherwise this would have been a nightmare. Do you know what? I don't think there's a shadow in here that I could use to darken up the eye. Or actually, I could probably use Scarlet, but it doesn't quite call to me, like it doesn't seem the same sort of tone. I'm gonna use a slightly smaller blending brush. This is like a red tinged brown. I just want to try and darken up the outer corner a little bit. Guys, is it just me? Like, have I just done a terrible look? No, I think, do you know what? I think it's one of those looks where you need to finish the eye, like you need to put lashes on, you need to put liner on, and then it will look finished, you know? Which isn't the best. I know, I prefer having an eyeshadow look that looks appealing from the off, but oh well. I'm gonna take some of the Bloom shade and just start blending that under my eye. And then Roasted. And I will take a tiny bit of Scarlet on a really small pencil brush and just pop it in the outer corner. I'm going to pop some liner on. I have their brown and black. Yeah, let's go with brown because I don't think I've ever owned a liquid brown liner. These look absolutely beautiful. So they look like this and they have a little felt liner. Hopefully it doesn't pick too much glitter up. I'm just going to do a really thin line with a flick, I think. Oh, and it's got a ball in there to shake. I'm literally just pressing it over the glitter. Glitter's really hard to put liner on top of. That was super easy to apply. I now have glitter all over the nib. That seems really user-friendly, especially because I'm not amazing with liquid liner. So I'm happy with a little bit of liner. I've done this because I do want to apply some lashes. I want to make the eye look really pop. I've got a couple of mascaras here. I think I'm going to go with the Revolution Big Lash. I am putting lashes on as well, but I'm only putting Demi Wispies on, so they're not super dramatic. So, oh, that's a nice brush. It looks plasticky, which I really like. I much prefer plastic ones to brush ones. Although, the only thing with this one is it's absolutely huge. Okay, it's given like a nice basic coat to my lashes. It looks very basic. I don't really know how else to describe it. I think if maybe I laid it up, I might get a different look. I like how it's defined each of the lashes. I much prefer that to a clumpy mascara. I think that's why I prefer the plastic ones actually. My lashes aren't great at the moment. I've been using a serum to help them grow, but it's just not really doing anything. It's hard for me to give it a full test because I'm going to be putting lashes on anyway, but I will continue to use this and then let you guys know what I think. Okay, so there's a little coat of mascara on there, and like I said, I've got the Ardell Demi Wispy, so I'm going to pop a pair of these on off camera just because me and lashes, we don't get on. My liner's finished. My lashes are on. I've let them kind of sit a bit higher on the edges. I love Demi Wispies. They work really well for me because they're just not too over the top. They're like my perfect lash. I find any longer than this and I don't really like it. Let's go on to the skin. I've got loads of primers here. I've got 3 different primers. I think I'm going to use 2. I'm going to use the Pore Perfecting Primer, and then on top of that, actually no, I'm going to use this one first. I'm going to use the Blur Priming Serum, and then on top of that, I'm going to pop just up where my pores are quite enlarged, the Pore Perfecting Primer. So it's just a white, creamy looking product. I don't want to put too much on, so I just pump it on the back of my hand first. Also, don't worry guys, I will do my brows at the end. I find it quite awkward to do my brows then do my foundation around it. That feels really nice. I didn't need a lot of product. I probably could have just done with 1 pump. It's made my skin feel really smooth, and it's not sticky, but I can feel that it's there, if you know what I mean. It feels really comfortable on the skin. So then for the Pore Perfecting Primer, I presume this is similar to the Tatcha primer, and also the packaging's so cute. So this comes with like a little scoop. I think that's very hygienic of them. And then a cover, so you can keep the cover on, keep the scoop there, so you don't have to keep digging your fingers in. I don't think I'll need a lot. I've just taken a really small amount there. And I'm just going to apply this where I have the largest pores. My skin feels so smooth after that first primer. Again, this primer doesn't really have any smell. It does seem to have quite a white cast though. I can imagine if you're using this on really dark skin, it would look bizarre, but obviously it's a primer, so you're going to pop your foundation with colour on top. And then for foundation, I'm excited about this. So I have their Conceal and Hydrate foundation. I never tried their Conceal and Perfect one, just because I had the primer, I had the concealer, sorry, and I really, really didn't like it. It was so, I found it didn't actually give me very good coverage, and it would break down really quickly, and then it was so cakey. Personal opinion, obviously. So I've got 2 shades. I've got 2.5 and 9.5. They're very, very different. I always do this, as you guys know, if you follow me, just because I want it to work. If I like it, I want it to work in the winter as well as the summer. So 2.5 looks like a really good colour match for me when I'm fair. I'm just going to mix a little bit of the 9.5 in there, which is actually really dark. How's that looking? I think that looks okay. It's very liquidy, looks nice. I'm thinking of putting it on with a sponge just because that's my kind of go-to technique. So I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques sponge. And in terms of my skin type, sorry if you guys are... actually, I might need to go a bit darker because I've got quite a bit of colour on my chest, but I put a lot of SPF on my face. I put another pump of the dark one in there. Let's see how we go. Yeah, so in terms of my skin type, I used to have a really bad acne, so I have very enlarged pores. I am relatively oily, but I'd say I'm more combination now. I also have very dehydrated skin, so I have to use a lot of oils and moisturisers. I'm basically in a constant battle to stop my skin peeling off. Even though it's oily, it's very bizarre, but I know a lot of oily girls have the same issues. Doesn't really have a smell, which is a very good thing for me. Seems to be blending easily. My nose looks pretty flawless at the moment, but I don't want to speak too soon. What I love about the sponge is that it just stops you from applying too much product. Even if you put loads on, so long as you continue to blend, it will blend out for you and it will absorb a lot of the excess product for you if you don't want to be too kind of specific about your placement. It's looking quite high coverage, as in like, it doesn't look cakey because it's too moisturising, like it's too dewy to be cakey, but it does look very high coverage. It doesn't look skin-like, I guess is the best way for me to put it. My nose is looking pretty questionable. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look good either. I've definitely had products make it look worse. I've got a couple of blemishes hanging around that have been pretty well covered actually. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. I look very ghostly right now. I'm just gonna pop some lip balm on. So I'm gonna go in with the C6, pop this under my eyes. And this again is the Conceal and Hydrate concealer. Right, again, using my sponge. Because this is slightly lighter, I'm using it to just highlight the areas of my face that I want extra brightness in. That concealer looks really nice. It's got a really nice finish. It works really well with the foundation from what I can see. For powder, I've got the Revolution loose setting powder in medium yellow, I think. Do you say? Yeah, medium yellow. This packaging is just, it's absolutely beautiful, particularly for such a reasonably priced product. So you open it up, it's got a mirror, and then it's got kind of a deeper area here. So the powder comes out in an R-shaped sieve, I guess you could call it. Lots of little holes there. And then the mirror on top, obviously, it's a nice idea, but once you travel with this product, it's gonna get powder all over it. I'm not gonna bake because I'm not a baker. It's not my jam. I'm just gonna set the under eyes and then the rest of the face. So I'm going in with one of my Real Techniques brushes, just for the under eye first. And then with a big fluffy brush, getting some product all over, and I'm just gonna pat all over the face. It looks to have set the under eyes really nicely so far. My nose is still looking the same. The pores are looking a bit ugly. I'm happy. It feels really comfortable. It looks good. So far so good, guys. So I'm gonna do my brows probably nearer the end. I'm just gonna carry on and go for contour, bronzer, things like that. So for contour, I'm gonna use the Sculpt and Glow. I got my one in Desert Sky. I had to just watch loads of videos to try and work out what colours to get. For everything, really. That would be my advice when you're buying things online. Just look up swatches, watch YouTube videos. It's so helpful. So I'm going to take this domed small fluffy brush from Sigma and try and contour with this. It's definitely not super pigmented. I do actually prefer that to, you know, when you pop a product on and it's so pigmented and you're like, oh man, I've made a mistake. I always just put a little bit down either side of my nose. Okay, that looks really nice. I'm not blown away by it by any means, but it actually it's really subtle. It looks really good. Then for bronzer, I've got the Bronzer Reloaded Take a Vacation. This looks stunning, doesn't it? I haven't even swatched it, so I'm just gonna go for it. I don't even know what kind of shade it is or how pigmented it is or anything. Just taking my blush brush from Real Techniques. Okay, good. It's not too pigmented. That's my worst fear, honestly. Just like slapping on a ton of bronzer. Oh, this looks really natural, doesn't it, guys? That's a really pretty bronzer. Really nice. For blusher, I have two options here. I've got both of the blusher reloaded. I've got Rhubarb and Custard or Ballerina. I think I'm going to go for Rhubarb and Custard. Just popping in there with my Sigma angled fluffy brush. Tap off the excess. I'm just going to go with a really light hand because I'm not sure about the payoff. So considering how bright that looks in the pan, it's gone on, well, I guess maybe I've been gentle with it, but it's applied in a very natural way. I really like that. Popped a little bit on my nose, following the trends. Then for highlighter, I have 3 different types of highlighter. So obviously I've got this one in the Sculpt and Glow palette. Looks beautiful. And then I have 2 of their reloaded highlighters, Raise the Bar and Just My Type. Just My Type is more champagne-y, Raise the Bar is golden. I purposely went for a gold highlighter just for when I'm more tanned. It looked really good on the body as well. I'm not going to use the gold one because I've got quite pink cheeks at the moment. I think I'm going to use a little bit of this one in my inner corner. I'm working it out. I'm trying to make sure. So this is the Just My Type. I'm trying to make sure I can use as many products as possible. Whoa, that's beautiful. I'll put this on the top lip. Pretty. And then this one swatched really, really nicely on my hand. So I'm going to try using this one on my cheeks. So as you can see, highlighter free at the moment. Taking one of my setting brushes from Real Techniques, tap off the excess. Oh, that's really pretty. Stunning, absolutely stunning. And then I always just try and blend the underside. You don't want to have like a streak of highlighter. Oh guys, that's so pretty. I really like it. I'm very impressed with that. I'd recommend it. I feel like this is coming together really nicely. I almost feel like I could do with a bit more bronzer actually. That's good. This is like a glowing goddess kind of look. Calling yourself a goddess, are you, dear? Okay, I'm gonna just pop my eyebrows on using the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade 2, and then I have a brow mascara, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we have some eyebrows. So for the brow product, I have the Brow Volume and Sculpt Gel in Ash Brown. This is the Revolution Pro product. It seems quite liquidy. I like the small brush. It really annoys me when brow mascaras have like a mascara wand. It's like, no, please stop. So it's doing a good job at coating all the hairs. I don't know if it dries like really, really stiff yet or anything. I don't mind that personally. Ooh, it's a bit wet, so I'm kind of getting it everywhere. And it really does pick up every hair. So if you've got extra hairs around your brows, be careful. That looks really good. I know it's subtle, it's not a massive change, but I'm definitely going to try it with no brow product on as well, because I do like to just pop some brow mascara on for, you know, like a low maintenance makeup look. It just kind of brings my face together a bit more because my brows are so fair. Let's do lips. I've got 3 different lip liners. I'm not going to go through them too much now because I will have in the previous video. I'm going to go with the Satin Kiss lip liner in Chauffeur, and then I'm going to go with the Revolution Matte liquid lipstick in Chauffeur as well. It's creamy. It's creamy and a lot lighter than I was expecting. You know, this actually feels just like my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk because it's so creamy. That feels lovely. Honestly, that feels like my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. And then for the liquid matte lipstick, this looks, yeah, a bit darker, a bit more what I was expecting. Oh, it's a very natural shade, isn't it? It's gone on nicely, you know, like on the inside of the lip. Sometimes these liquid lip products, they draw a line. It's really weird, like you have like a line on the inside, and I find I have to dry my lip down to reapply it. That looks lovely. Let's wait for it to dry down and then we can fully assess how it feels. Final part, I have the Revolution Hydrate and Fix Radiant Makeup Fixing Spray, oil control with hyaluronic acid. I've heard good things about this. Okay. That was a really nice feeling spray. It was super refreshing, a very thin, fine mist. And let's have a quick once over. Okay guys, so that's my finished full Revolution look. Full face of Revolution. I'm really, really happy with it. Honestly, you would not expect to get products at this price with such great quality. The only thing that doesn't look great is my nose. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having issues with it with every product that I use at the moment. I haven't actually been able to find a foundation that doesn't make it look like this recently. So I'm struggling. This is my finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I mean, you heard my reviews as I did them. There's no products here that I think are bad. I love this palette. I think the quality of the shadows is astonishing, especially for £12. Oh my God. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye.